CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just a beautiful November day in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Temperature in the low 60s as we get set for kickoff between the Colts and the Jets. Shane Steichen and Indianapolis trying to stop a 3-game losing streak. And there's interim head coach Jeff Ulbrich. He is 1-4 since taking over for Robert Saleh. And a busy week for Ulbrich and the Jets. For more on that, we send it down to A.J. Ross.
Well, Andrew, the Colts' sudden pivot to Anthony Richardson under center did not catch the Jets off guard. In fact, interim head coach Jeff Ulbrich told us their game planning on Monday and Tuesday was split 75-25, Flacco, Richardson, anticipating there just might be a scenario where Richardson entered this game. Ulbrich added the Colts' offense passing-wise really doesn't alter too much between the two quarterbacks, but where it does differ is in the run game. And of course, those QB-designed runs when Richardson is in there. So tackling and stopping the run are going to be critical this game, with the Jets giving up 134 yards on the ground on average this season, guys.
No doubt that's a big key today. Thank you, A.J. Indianapolis won the toss. They have elected to defer. So back deep for the Jets, Isaiah Davis and Xavier Gibson. 73rd meeting between these two franchises, most notably Super Bowl III when the Jets beat the Colts 16-7. Fireman Ed ready. Aaron Rodgers ready. Richardson rolls, looks like he's just throwing this one away, and that will be the final play of the first half. That one goes all the way into the stands.
Souvenir.
How about that?
He's got a bad completion percentage, so that throw doesn't matter to him. Give it to someone in the stands. I think he was looking for the Colt fan who was sitting right above the E in that Jets sign, and he just missed him by a little bit. Went all the way to the alley.
And down on the field, A.J. Ross is with Shane Steichen.
Coach, we saw a mix of designed runs and downfield shots from Anthony Richardson. How would you assess his reads and execution in that first half?
I think he's playing great. I think he was 7-9 there at one point, but I think we're running the ball efficiently. We got to keep doing that, and our defense is playing lights out right now.
Thank you, Coach.
Awesome, thanks.
That's the end of the first half, with the Colts leading 13-7. Halftime next after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station.
This holiday, Verizon will turn your old or broken phone into a gift. Anyone can trade in any phone in any condition and get Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus with Galaxy AI and Watch and Tab. All three on us. Even if your phone is old or dated, you can turn it in at Verizon for gifts for you and the family. All three on us. That's up to $1,900 in value. Only on Verizon.
It's Gladiator Week on CBS Mornings. We've got Denzel in the All-Star cast.
Halftime report.
And welcome back to Orchard Park, an enthusiastic crowd, and the Verizon Halftime Report. The NFL is powered by Verizon 5G. I'm James Brown along with Coach Nate, JJ, Matt, and a wild crowd here for the highlights.
And you're going to see right here the second play of the game is going to be Derrick Henry, his first fumble in 537 touches. He'll rebound. He just scored a touchdown from 1 yard out, and the Baltimore Ravens have taken a 7-6 lead. You can see it right here. Two missed field goals by Justin Tucker and 2 Chris Boswell field goals, and that's the score right there, 7-6.
All right, we have the Jags and the Lions. They call Jahmyr Gibbs Sonic, and we have Dave Montgomery as Knuckles. This is more like brass knuckles because they are beating up the Jags. Lions up 28-3.
Let's keep bouncing around the NFC North. The Vikings taking on the Titans, and Sam Darnold is going to throw deep over the middle, and he's going to find Jordan Addison, 47 yards for the score. That put the Vikings up 7-3. They currently lead 16-3. And once again, we're going to stay in that NFC North with a matchup as old as time. Green Bay, Chicago. Jordan Love is going to hit Jaden Reed in the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown to put the Pack up 7-0. But Rashawn Johnson's 1-yard touchdown puts the Bears on top going into the half, 10-7. All right, Colts taking on the Jets in New York, and it was all Colts early. Anthony Richardson going to fake the jet sweep and take it himself on the edge for the 2-yard touchdown. But the Jets answered, scored a touchdown right before the half with Breece Hall. It's 13-7, Colts on top.
All right, we have the Raiders and the Dolphins. Now this is 4th down. Tua Tagovailoa, outbreaking route by Jonnu Smith. That's a touchdown. At half, right now, it's the Dolphins up 10-6 over the Raiders. All right, we have Anthony Richardson back in the lineup as QB1 for the Colts, and here he is, taking exactly what the defense is giving, throwing the ball on time, and the intermediate routes is where he's been criticized. Here, giving his receiver an opportunity to catch and run, and this is what he does, run with the ball, a little stiff arm, and watch the physical finish towards the goal line. Anthony Richardson slowing down the game, letting it come to him, taking advantage of opportunities that the defense is presenting, but more importantly, in the intermediate areas, he is consistent today, 8 for 12 with 103.
And you look at the opposite side, the Jets, they started out with those 3 and outs like they have for the last couple of weeks. They're still only 1 of 6 on 3rd down. They got that 29-yard touchdown near the end of the half. But other than that, there has not been much going on offense.
No energy whatsoever. And you look at Aaron Rodgers, he looks slow in the pocket. He's not able to get out. He's staying in the pocket. There's nothing really creative with this offense right now. Hopefully that last drive boosts him. Because you talk about lack of energy. Maybe that's
pretty much all Breece Hall, Coach.
Yeah.
I agree. I couldn't hear you over Bills fans just screaming in the back of my left ear. So
no idea.
Whatever you said, I think it was good.
Matt Ryan said the body language looked good. That's good enough for us. Hey, folks, Verizon Business Video Series committed to building partnerships that empower your business. See more at Verizon.com/cornerstore. Coming up at 4:25 Eastern, it is the most anticipated game of the regular season. And folks, there is one bad man.
Who is this?
Patrick Mahomes. He and the undefeated Chiefs getting set for another epic battle against the uber-talented Josh Allen and the Bills.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. The NFL powered by Verizon 5G. CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. The NFL powered by Verizon 5G.
Coming up later today, it's the most anticipated game of the season when Patrick Mahomes and the undefeated Chiefs come here to Buffalo to take on Josh Allen and the Bills. And we welcome you back to a noisy Orchard Park and the Verizon Halftime Report. As we've talked so much about, it is a heavyweight bout. 2 of the best teams in the league. Matt, your thoughts?
Yeah, the matchup I'm looking forward to watching is Khalil Shakir, the slot receiver for the Buffalo Bills, going against Trent McDuffie in the secondary for the Chiefs. They've got a number of guys hurt for the Bills. Khalil Shakir's already the focal point of their pass game. He's going to have a big day against one of the better nickels in the league.
It's going to be a big day for turnovers, obviously, and the Bills have been the best in the NFL all season long.
Yeah.
19 takeaways, only 6 turnovers. The Chiefs, 22nd in the NFL with a -4 takeaway differential.
The most disciplined defensive line will win this game. I'm talking about lane integrity, rushing upfield, keeping these quarterbacks in the pocket. I mean, along with Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, the best in negotiating the pocket with their legs. And then that is where the big plays happen. If you can smother these quarterbacks like they do the Wings here in Buffalo, then you'll have a good shot of slowing down their offenses.
You know, I think you look at the defensive line of the Buffalo Bills. We saw Baltimore run on them very easily earlier in the season. But right now, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, and Phillips, they just picked up. They're going to solidify that. I'm looking for the matchup of Greg Rousseau on 3rd down going against the Kansas City left tackle. That's going to be something to look at to see right now. Can Patrick Mahomes hold up in the pocket?
Yeah.
Josh Allen has not had to be Superman, but he can be when needed, right?
Yeah, no doubt. He can put that cape on and go take a game over.
All right, folks. And with that, we'll let you know that the Verizon Halftime Report continues from here in Buffalo after this.
Did you hear that crap? New FBI, Tuesday, 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
For the private use of our audience, any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of Benefit Productions is prohibited.
Welcome back. This first half highlight is presented by State Farm. Really the only highlight for the Jets in the first half. Aaron Rodgers to Breece Hall. The touchdown make it a 13-7 game at the break. That's your State Farm first half highlight as we get set for the start of the second half. And back in the broadcast booth with Jason McCourty and Tiki Barber, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll hear from A.J. Ross coming up. As we said, not a lot of highlights in the first half for the Jets, but a little juice late, Tiki.
Yeah, they just had to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers in positions to make plays. We saw the Devontae Adams slant that got down about 24 yards, and then just dropping it off to Breece Hall. Not a prescribed play, but something that was dynamic and allowed him to be the playmaker that he is.
And for the Colts now, you're getting your opportunity to get the ball and start off at this half. Can you keep things going with Anthony Richardson running the football and then looking for opportunities down the field?
Carolina, a 42-yard return, and a moment ago, AJ with Jeff Ulbrich.
Coach, it was a slow start offensively for you guys. Just 3 first downs, but that last drive, you seem to get into a rhythm. What clicked, and what can you carry over in this second half?
Yeah, we've got to carry that momentum into the second half. Finally found a little bit of a rhythm as far as the run game concerned, and found out a little bit in the pass game what we're trying to get accomplished. So not good enough first half by any means, but it was a good way to finish there.
Thank you, Coach.